your ego versus your spirit. First of all, a lot of people don't understand. They think they spiritual, but they not. They really egotistical. And this video here is to help you get a mental line that you can draw yourself and learn how to distinguish when you're in your ego versus when you're in your spirit. Now, ego versus spirit. So, the ego is symbolic to fear. The spirit is symbolic to love. Now, you will only understand this if you have a certain level of understanding. Now, what I mean by this is, so, I'll give you an example, right? When you in your ego, the ego is a fictitious entity which does not exist, but you have configured it to exist and live according to whoever you think this person is. So now you inherit positive and negative qualities of a fictitious person that doesn't exist outside of your own mind. For example, okay, some people, this is how some people can become schizophrenic, believing that they are somebody else. But outside of that, ego. A lot of people got about 100 different egos. This is where you get the term, oh, you being fake or you switching up coming from. For example, you are not the same person in a club that you are in church. You are not the same person at a job interview that you are chilling with your peoples. Why? Because you have different characters in your brain that you turn into in order to handle different situations. When you are about to get into a fight, you are not the same person versus when you about to go out on a date. These are different entities or people that you think that you are and you actually manifest and live through. Now, these egos exist for one reason, because you have to make up and create something to help you function in moments of experiencing reality, because you're not functioning in your true self, which is the spirit. Now, what do I mean by this? The spirit is love. The spirit loves regardless to whom or what. The spirit loves trees, animals, you, me. It doesn't destroy. It don't bust windows. When you in the true form of spirit, you love all things. But we've been being taught that that's corny. We've been being taught that that's not cool. That's lame. So now we're being in our egos because we allow the most egotistical person on the planet to govern us. So now now let me get back into depth about being in the ego. The ego is fear. The spirit is love. For example, the ego says I have to have a certain name brand clothes on, a certain name brand piece of clothing on, or else I'm in fear of what somebody else might think about me. The spirit says it doesn't matter what I'm wearing because there's somebody out there that doesn't have anything to wear, so I'm thankful for what I have. And I understand that these people are trapped in their ego, so why would I allow them to dictate what I wear? The ego says, I'm going to act a certain way, and I'm going to do certain things because people think it's cool, and if I don't, I'm a lame. So if I don't pick this gun up or sell these drugs like TV and everybody around me want me to do because I think it's cool, then I'm going to be soft or I'm not in, or females ain't going to like me. The spirit says, I'm going to meditate today. I'm going to go outside and take my shoes off and let my toes feel the dirt in the grass because I'm in tune with nature. I'm not going to get a gun and kill my fellow black man or use derogatory statements towards my black queen because I love them, even though they are in their egos, so they're too blind to love themselves. Follow me? Now, getting deeper into the ego versus spirit. The ego wants to destroy anything that feels will destroy it, which has to do with the spirit. And I'm trying to free y'all. So listen to this message because there are actual entities that you have, that you believe that you are, and you have given them existence through your mind, and they have actually enslaved you and you're forced to live in their realm. For example, if your name is Murder, your mother didn't name you Murder, but you in the streets and your name is Murder. So we know that names summon certain qualifications from whatever it is we're conceptualizing this name upon. So what I mean by this is, if your name is Love, you subconsciously must live according to that name. Now we know what love means. So a person named Love, we don't mentally expect them to do certain things because we know what love means. So if I bring my man into your house and I say, "Hi, how are you? This is my best friend. His name is Love." You don't really feel too uncomfortable because your mind understands the reality of the word love and what it means. Now, if I bring my man in the house and I say, "How you doing? This is my man, Two Guns Murder, Bloody Clap Clap." What? You automatically gonna be like, "Oh, hell no," because your mind understands what those words mean. Murder, gun, bloody, bloody. No. So when you name yourself, you are placing upon yourself a fictitious entity that must live according to that name. This is where the ego comes in. So all you niggas running around with the name Murder, whatever you niggas is naming yourself nowadays, or you females, your name is, instead of your name being God, we like, for example, you would never, I've never heard of a stripper name that name herself a divine attribute. I don't know a stripper named Mayat or Aset or any type of righteous principle. If it is, please change your name. But with that being said, most strippers have names like Candy, Cinnamon, or porn stars got names like Superhead, Lethal Lips. Now, why are these names detrimental? Because you must live according to that name. So if I bring my girlfriend to your house, to my mother's house, or your mother's house, and I say, "Hi, how are you, ma'am? I would like you to meet my wife. Her name is Superhead." What? Automatically you gonna say, "Oh, hell no," because the mind understands that this person is out of tune with their spirit, because you have conceptualized a negative entity and fictitious person that you must now live according to. "Hi, how are you, mom? This is my girlfriend right here. Her name is Lethal Lips." What? This person, the automatic rejection is not about being racist. It's about understanding that you're out of tune with your spirit. Now, please, nobody take these names and don't try to go on a run like Raven Simone and say ghetto names, because the reason black people name their daughters things like Rashida or Rynetta is because, for instance, Rynetta. Now, you might think that's a ghetto-ass name. No, it's not. Because we know Africans use words like netta or netcher. You have a book out called the Metu Netta or Meta Netcher. The spirit of the black person is naturally rebelling against the English language, because we know that the English language, even by speaking it, doesn't allow you to use certain faculties of your mind. It actually enslaves you vocally, but I'm not going to get into that. I'll make another video on that.